Well, welcome to this week's edition of Mainly Motorsports. And last weekend, well, not the last weekend, but almost the last weekend of September, aren't you?
I know.
Fair season for our neck of the woods. I know you guys have been having fairs for about 3 months up where you live.
Yeah.
But fair season for our neck of the woods. And this is the time of year, though, the big events happen. Yeah. All the tracks are out there. I won't call them the big money makers, but it's their big events for the weekend. And it's no different of what's going to happen in a couple weeks up to Speedway 95.
Yeah.
You know, last year you incorporated the late models and you had a really good year.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really the Aikido race, something you're really passionate about, really believe in it, and have done a lot of work to make it bigger and better each year. And what year is this one? This is the 6th annual?
No, it's the 8th.
8th annual Aikido.
He died 9 years ago, and this is the 8th Aikido memorial.
And pretty big race, pretty big paying race for street stock guys.
Yeah, you know, we're paying $150 to start. You start the race, it's $150. We're going to have a qualifying this year. I want the cream of the crop. I mean, everybody has a chance to get in, but we're going to start 28 cars. We had 38 last year. But, we're going to kind of do it like they do at the other big races that we go to. You know, we're going to have, 3 to 4 heat races, take 4 to 5 out of each heat, and then we're going to have a consi.
Yeah.
And so and everybody's been asking me, are we doing 250 lap segments or are we doing 100 lap? It's going to be 100 laps. We're going to stop them at 50 so they can put like 5 gallons of gas in or whatever.
Yeah.
But there's going to be some surprises at 50, some surprises at the beginning of the race. So we got a lot of good things planned. Yeah,
no, that's good. And then you put a lot of work into this race. The track has put a lot in over the years. The late model 150, Dowlings presents that. That's a chance to end the year for somebody on a high note,
Yeah, our street stocks for the whole season we've had a good field of cars. The late models have been up and down, but you get that everywhere. And every year is different, but it's $3,000 to win the late model race. And I talked to Dell last night. We raced last night at Speedway, and he's going to. He's got some surprises coming from the late model race. We got 17 signed up already. And of course, we'd like to have 25 or 30. Everybody would, but 17's a good field, but it's we switched it up the rules a little bit so the Wiscasset guys could come with their shocks, and so we changed some stuff this year for the late models, like I do for the Aiki race, so the guys can come with their tires and rims, and it's in the week before that too. People want to realize the 6th of October. The whole track's it's that Paul Bunyan 150 rules. So if a guy wants to come from Wiscasset or come from Beach Ridge or somewhere, he can run that weekend rules. And the street stock guys, it's Aikido rules for the street stocks the 6th. So you can come up, test and tune your car, bring your Hoosiers, bring your 8-inch rims, get your car dialed in. We do it that way because, as you know, Steve, I've been a street stock racer for 32 years, and the tires is what costs us the money.
Oh, absolutely.
So the guys from Oxford, the guys from Wiscasset can come with their Hoosier 7-inch tires. We tried to keep away from the 8s, but the guys from Beach Ridge can run their 8-inch rims, and they can just get some Hoosier or American races, and we'll have plenty of them there. And I got a bunch of guys that are, we got some good used tires too. That the guys come up, and I'll give them to them. We want to have it's not about, it's remembering Nike, but the biggest thing is for the veterans. That whole weekend is for the veterans. We raise money. Last night I sold the last lap for the Aiki race, so we raised $2,000 extra for the veterans for the Aikido race.
That's a big deal.
And people can, Aiki's race, the street stock race is over a $10,000 purse.
It's a lot of money for a street stock race.
It's $1,500 to win, and it doesn't drop off. It's $1,500, $1,000, $750, $500, we're going to have some good racing, and we're really looking forward to it. And Dell came on, last night. He said, "Look, I want to make this bigger and better." He's going to make a surprise announcement to me, that he wants to put some more money in it on both of the races. And then Saturday, don't forget Saturday, we got the Sport 4s, we got the Enduro, we got a 95 lap Enduro race that's paying good money. We just opened the rules up for anybody can go online, go to the Speedway website, and we've changed the rules for the Sport 4 so we can get more. We've changed the Road Runner and the Enduro rules so we can get more cars. We're trying to make it so the guys can just bring their cars and have fun. You don't have to spend a lot of money.
plenty of time left. October 13th and 14th. It's kind of the last thing going. I mean, I know Thompson's got the World
Yeah.
Series going on that weekend,
Yeah.
but up this way, I don't think there's anything left.
No,
And-
and Friday they can come. We're open all day Friday to test. It's $10 to test. So free camping. You want to bring a camper, pack in the camp. You know, or call me. I'll get people deals on hotels. You know, it's getting bigger and better every year, and it's not about. It's about our veterans. You know, I love Ike, and it's hard, but it's all about our veterans.
No, absolutely, absolutely. And like I said, October 13th and 14th. We'll touch on it throughout this week's show, but we're going to take a break, come back, talk to Chuck about some other racing, bigger racing that took place this weekend over there, this past weekend, Beech Ridge, New Hampshire Motor Speedway.
Hi, I'm Scott from Scott's Recreation. We just had the biggest month in our history. Why? We're selling campers at wholesale to the public, even the 2019s. So what did we do? We went out and bought a bunch more. Up to 40% off travel trailers and fifth wheels, up to 35% off toy haulers, up to 30% off motorhomes. You'll never see these prices again. Over 400 campers to choose from, all at wholesale prices.
Scott's Recreation, Route 4 Turner and Route 202 Manchester, Maine.
It's the 6th annual AMSOIL Dominator Strictly Shootout, September 29th at Wiscasset Speedway. A 50-lap dash with the best Strictly, Wildcat, and Outlaw drivers from Maine, New Hampshire, and beyond, vying for cash, prizes, and bragging rights, plus champions crowned in 3 other divisions. The 6th annual AMSOIL Dominator Strictly Shootout, September 29th at 4 p.m. at Wiscasset Speedway, West Olna Road, Wiscasset. Online at wiscassetspeedway.com.
Ignition won't turn? Wait, don't tow it. It may just be a one key. Hi, I'm Jim Broadhurst, owner of E-Keys for Cars of Saco. At E-Keys for Cars, we'll diagnose your problem over the phone and give you a firm quote. No bait and switch here. Whenever or wherever you're stuck, E-Keys for Cars will come to you. Call E-Keys for Cars in Saco, the fast, affordable fix for your car key and lock needs.
Mainely Motorsports, brought to you by LKQ Core. Any part, any repair, anywhere. Located on Route 202 in Gorham. Wiscasset Speedway, Maine's biggest and fastest, with $5 admission every weekend and loads of family fun. Check us out at wiscassetspeedway.com.
Bentley Saloon, Route 1 in Arundel. Stop by and see why me and my friends say, who has more fun than us? We do.
Well, welcome back to Mainly Motorsports. And one track I mentioned, I mentioned New Hampshire Motor Speedway, I mentioned Beech Ridge, Star Speedway, championship night. I knew a lot of people that were going to New Hampshire for the big full throttle 250 weekend, and they were going to stop at Star Speedway on the way back through. And pretty neat that what New Hampshire did. I think there's some tweaking that needs to be, maybe a little bit more than tweaking, but I think they're onto something that could grow. You know, you got to try to find that date that works so you don't have a lot of tracks running. They were going up against Monadnock, Claremont this weekend, Star Speedway, Wiscasset was still going on, Beech Ridge would pass, and they still had a good crowd. You know, obviously they didn't have a cup crowd, but they had a good crowd, and the racing was, on the mod side of things, was real good. The other two classes, not a lot of household names, so it made it tough, but then Star Speedway, championship night, 6 divisions in action. Good crowd over there, and they got a big event coming up this weekend. Their nationals for the
that's going to be good.
That's going to be real good. So we got some highlights. 6 divisions in action over there at Star Speedway. So enjoy the highlights from Star Speedway the next couple of segments.
For a trusted name in residential and commercial site work in the southern Maine area, call Peter Pettit Excavating. We can handle everything from the complete house lot to those nasty water and sewer line repairs. Septic systems are another area that we specialize in. During the snow season, Pettit Excavating has the equipment to handle any size job.
And when the race season arrives, be sure to follow the number 7 Hewitt's Family Restaurant Chevrolet on the past Super Late Model Tour.
Call 207-282-9305 to get the job done right. That's Peter Pettit Excavating.
Don't deal with just anybody to seal coat your driveway or business this season. Call Black Magic. They bring over 20 years of experience in seal coating and crack filling. Black Magic's skilled team makes sure the job is always done right, on schedule with quality workmanship at a fair price. Protect your investment in your driveway by getting it sealed with Black Magic.
Ooh, Black Magic.
My name is Scott. This is Devin. We're the owners of Black Magic Seal Coating. Let us earn your business today. You'll be glad you did.
Legendary race car driver Bentley Warren is putting Arundel on the map. When Bentley's Saloon opened in 2004, it was just a little bar room on the side of the road. Today we have a giant saloon with live music, dancing, and great food and drink indoors and out. We're always looking to meet new friends and have a good old time. There's always something exciting going on at Bentley's. That's why we like to say, who has more fun than us? We do!
Hi, I'm Johnny Wolf. Here at 21st Century Motors, we've been in business since 1972 and we take pride in our work. We have a large selection of pre-owned vehicles that are clean and ready. I personally drive and state inspect every vehicle we sell. We're experts at getting your car financed, whether you have good, bad, or no credit. We purchase vehicles several times a week, so there's always plenty to choose from. Come on in and make a deal today at 21st Century Motors in Gorham or online at 21stcenturymaine.com.
Welcome to Mainely Motorsports.
To order a copy of this show, send a check or money order for $15, including shipping and handling, to Mainely Motorsports, 2 Main Street, Suite 17-103, Bedford, Maine, 04005. And please add the show number in the description of the show.
Football fans, have we got a deal for you? VIP Tour and Charter Bus Company is offering round-trip transportation to Gillette Stadium to watch the New England Patriots make another run for the Super Bowl. Ride in style knowing we're doing the driving. So if you've got a ticket, we've got your ride. It doesn't get any better than that. Just log on to VIPChartercoaches.com, click on the Browse Book Tour button, and book your trip today. It's that simple. Relax and leave the driving to us, and we'll leave the tailgating to you.
Patman's Redemption and Agency Liquor Store is located at 95 Tanberg Trail in Windham, Maine. With over 400 feet of hard liquor and 15 doors of ice-cold beer and soda, Patman's can handle all of your beverage needs. And if it's wine on your agenda, we have over 300 varieties in stock. Then when the party's over, Patman's can handle all of your main returnables, and we welcome all bottle drives. And if you're late for the race, drop off the bottles and pick up the cash at your convenience.
Hey, this is Pat Man himself, just letting you know that Pat Man's is your one-stop shop for all your thirsty needs.
It's the 6th annual AMSOIL Dominator Strictly Shootout, September 29th at Wiscasset Speedway. A 50-lap dash with the best Strictly, Wildcat, and Outlaw drivers from Maine, New Hampshire, and beyond, vying for cash, prizes, and bragging rights, plus champions crowned in 3 other divisions. The 6th annual AMSOIL Dominator Strictly Shootout, September 29th at 4 p.m. at Wiscasset Speedway, West Ulna Road, Wiscasset. Online at wiscassetspeedway.com.
Well, welcome back to Mainly Motorsports, and we're here with Chuck Hall, who's one of the guys, along with Del Merritt and Kim and the entire staff up there at Speedway 95, heading up the Paul Bunyan 250 weekend, October 13th and 14th, up there at Speedway 95, and going to be a big event, the Ike Door 100, 8th annual for your buddy Ike. Each year it keeps getting bigger and better, and it's a good paying race for a street stock, like we talked about it. The Darlings.com 150 for the late models, pretty good paying race there.
Yeah.
You know, who you got? Who's some of the helpers that? I mean, I know you got some sponsors on board to help the Ike race. You know?
Well, this year has been great. I want to put a shout out to PCT Communications, which is a version of US Cellular. They have 4 branches in the Washington County area, and 1 in Hancock, and it's the PCT Communication 100. And IGA came on board. Ray at IGA they've been super. Trenton Marketplace, IGA, and you know they're the co-sponsor, and we've had car dealers come in and wanting to put a banner up. You know, Economy Motors has been huge. Dave's Towing and Automotive. You know, it's just the list goes on and on. I've had people. Of course, I run the concession stand on the grandstand side with my fiance, and she's had people just come in and say, here, you know, put $50 into the purse. I'll do this, you know, and that's what it takes. You know, Steve, as well as I do. You know, our sport, some places it's booming and some places it isn't. You know, and everybody's got their opinion on everything that goes, but the support for the veterans this year, and that's what it's all about to me. It's, you know, the veterans' homes, they need our help. And another big announcement too. Sean Moody's coming. He's going to be there greeting people. He's going to be there from 12:30 to 2, and he's supporting the race. He's supporting the late model race, you know. And I got to talk to him at Bentley's, which Bentley's is a great place. You know, we take the Twisted Tea car down there every year, and I just got that confirmed 2 days ago. So you know, he's coming, and it's just the community more and more is getting involved with it, and it's we got to help our veterans. You know, that's just. You know, and you know, Darwin's, of course, they've been a track sponsor now I've been the promoter there for 7 years, I can't believe, and they've been with us every year. And when we changed this big weekend, you know, to have it the Paul Bunyan weekend last year, you know, they didn't hesitate. They said we want to be the primary sponsor for the late model, you know, and Sean's helping out for the late model race, and we're working on another one right now, you know, and it's not too late. You know, if people want to just donate to the race, you know, whatever we get for a donation for the race, half goes to the drivers and half goes to the veterans.
That's huge.
And what we've had, you know, First Rate Bait, you know, they got their own race team, and Matt's a great guy. I know, you know the driver, know the crew real well, and he gave us a donation for the late model race. He wanted to put some money for the finishing positions, which we do that different in the late model race. If some guy, you know, the guy that gets last, if somebody says, hey, I want to put $500 on the last place car, half of that, $250 that goes to the veterans, and that $250, so, you know, a guy could get.
Neat little concept.
Yeah, you know, it's pretty good. You know, we're gonna have a halfway. I'm sponsoring some races, some laps for the Ike race, and we got a halfway. There'll be $100 halfway leader thing for the Ike race. So the guy leading at 50 laps, when we stop him for they can fuel, he's gonna get a $100 bill right there.
Yeah.
You know, that's pretty, you know, and we're going to mix it up a little bit. You know, as you know, I'm good friends with Andy Santer, and I was talking with him the other day, you know, and how when the Busch North was running, and, you know, the top 10 qualifiers used to pull a pill out, and that's when they started. We might mix it up something like that for the top 10 in the start.
Well, that's good for the fans.
Yeah, you know, it's you know, everybody liked the twin 50s, and we reversed the field, but now nobody knows what's going to go on.
Yeah.
You know, and that's hopefully bring some kids, and of course, you know, we got a Grand Marshal this year, Hunter. You know, you help out Hunter, you know, and you know, he sent me that text, and, you know, he told me, he said, it's not a lot. He says, but when I get my chore money on Friday, I'm going to buy a lap for the Ike race, which was $20, you know, and that had hit me pretty hard.
Oh,
know?
yeah.
And he raised over $200 worth of lap money himself. Little kid, 10 years old, you know, drives a go-kart. Steve knows him, knows the family. You know, your sticker's on the kart, my sticker's on the kart.
Yeah.
And he wrecked the car. He wrecked his kart, and Twisted Tea, I called, you know, the Twisted Tea team, which I own, and King's Concessions, which I own. I talked to the guys, and we pitched in some money and helped him get his kart fixed, you know. And that's what it takes. It takes these younger, and that's good upbringing. It takes these young fellas 8, 9, 10 years old when they're running the go-karts. Yeah, the racetracks, as you know, can bring out the best or the worst in people.
Yeah.
You know, but we got a lot, you know, we got a lot of good, Austin Beal, Spencer Beal, you know, Austin's been on the show here, the real deal, you know. He was at a car show with us yesterday, and what a great family and a great kid, and Hunter was there, and they were, you know, it's a kind of a dying sport, as you know, but these young fellows that are coming up, you know, there's a handful of them. You know, Bryson Parrott, you know, he's 10 years old. He won 4 races in the teen division this year, and his father brought, you know, Brenton brought the car to the car show, which for PCT Communications yesterday, and here he is, 10 years old, driving his father's late model across the parking lot.
Yep.
You know, so it's pretty cool to see the kids.
Yeah, no, and that's the future of this sport, and
you know.
But it sounds like it's going to be a great weekend, October 13th and 14th. You know, you can go on the Speedway 95 website, like you said. You know, the Holiday Inn, there's some hotels up there that work with you guys.
Yeah.
You know, camping. I know it'll be a fun weekend. Mainly Motorsports will be there. We're bringing some highlights back. And
excuse me, but one more thing. You know, this guy sitting next to me, you've done a lot for me. You really helped me out.
I don't do much. I just.
Well, you do. He's humble. He's like me. I do a lot for people, but, you know, Mainly Awards, got the best trophies in the business.
Oh, we're having fun with it, man.
And, you know, the guys are going to bring home some good iron. I mean, you guys, it's going to be good, the top 3, and we're going to get some plaques for some other awards. And another thing, too, all veterans and active duty people, if you're an active duty or a veteran, you get in free that weekend. And if you come to my food stand, half off on food. The veterans.
No, that's pretty cool.
You know, it's all the veterans can't get in free, and we got a base right down the street, so hopefully we'll get a lot of people. But we're looking forward to it.
No, that's nice, and you guys are doing a lot. Congratulations to you and Dell and the entire staff up there. It's gonna be a fun weekend, October 13th and 14th. So we'll take a break. We'll be right back here on Mainly Motorsports.
Hi, I'm Scott from Scott Recreation. We just had the biggest month in our history. Why? We're selling campers at wholesale to the public, even the 2019s. So what did we do? We went out and bought a bunch more. Up to 40% off travel trailers and fifth wheels, up to 35% off toy haulers, up to 30% off motorhomes. You'll never see these prices again. Over 400 campers to choose from, all at wholesale prices.
Scott's Recreation, Route 4 Turner and Route 202 Manchester, Maine.
Hi, I'm Andy Austin with exciting news about a new division of Beech Ridge Motor Speedway designed to bring new people to weekly racing. Here's series founder Dan Wolf.
Thanks, Andy. Our goal was to create cheap, easy-to-build race cars, bone stock production cars with a simple 4-point roll cage and proper safety equipment.
We've named them the 21st Century Motors Street Devils. Our 2017 rulebook and schedule are available at beechridge.com and at Street Devils Racing on Facebook.
The future of auto racing has always been street car divisions because of the low cost.
Some folks are building cars and sharing the driving duties. There's even an all-star car to allow celebrities to try out the Street Devil and a 2-seat driver's ed car so you can take a few laps.
Get information about our mentor program, low-cost safety equipment, roll cage kits, and videos on how to build one at Street Devils Racing on Facebook.
So, form a team, build a car, and come join us this summer as we kick off the 21st Century Motors Street Devil Division at Beech Ridge Motor Speedway.
Wiscasset Speedway is back, and we have the cure for your need for speed. Maine's biggest and fastest proudly presents 8 featured divisions, including Pro Stocks, late models, 4-cylinder Pro Stocks, modifieds, and more. Plus special features throughout the season, including the Nell Car Legends, the Wicked Good Vintage Racers, the NEMA Midgets, Enduros, and more. All this fun, all this excitement, all for just $5. Wiscasset Speedway, west on the road, Wiscasset. Online at Facebook and WiscassetSpeedway.com.
Welcome back to Mainly Motorsports. And 13 years ago, I guess it was, seems like just yesterday, but 13 years ago, this weekend was started at Beech Ridge Motor Speedway. Good friend of mine, Scott Poulin Heavy Industries, stuck his neck out, worked a deal with Tom Mayberry, who in turn worked a deal with Andy Cusack, and became the PHI 400 weekend. If you still talk to Billy Rogers, he still calls it the Poulin Weekend. 1 year of sponsorship, and Billy Rogers will still call it the Poulin Weekend. But
I was there.
A lot's changed. You know, it isn't as big a deal weekend as it was back in the beginning, and it actually grew from the beginning. And then, you know, the economy, things change. You know, you don't get the cars, you don't get the support. But still, Tom and Andy have kept it going, and we're over there filming the races, bringing you highlights, and that's what you're going to see now, is some highlights from Beech Ridge Motor Speedway. We used to be the past 400 weekend. Now it's the 150 for the super late models, but the Strickleys are there, the Streeters, the Sports Series, Pro Series, Sports Series, what they call them, the Wildcat, Strickleys, and then the past mods. So enjoy the highlights. Hope you guys all enjoyed what took place at your local short tracks this weekend. And there's still plenty of time to get out and support events like the Aikido race, you know, the Darlings.com 150, Wiscasset's big weekend coming up, you know, the Fall Fury, but before that, the AMSOIL Dominator shootout up there this weekend.
That's going to be a good one.
Lee Mortensen has stepped up in a huge way.
Yeah.
Still a lot to happen. Oktoberfest, Joe, Norm Wren, that entire team wrapping up their first year. The Thompson World Series, still so much left to go on in this last month of racing. So get out, support it. Support short tracks, support this event that's going on up in Speedway 95 for the veterans, and enjoy all the highlights coming to you from Beech Ridge Motor Speedway for the past weekend.
I have to thank my girlfriend Cindy, and my mom, and Bo, and Ryan Green for helping me out today, and all the fans for coming, and John Mayberry driving an awesome modified class for us all racing.
All right, and man, I mean, already you're calling it awesome. I was going to ask you how you like your first ride the open wheelers.
I love it. I last drove in 2010, got a couple wins, purchased this car about a month ago, and here I am.
All right, he's a happy camper, and he did a job today from dead last to first. Wade Witten's your winner. champion up to Oxford. We took, well, most of the year off, but when you came back, it was fast.
Yeah, this thing's always been unbelievable. I mean, since I unloaded off the trailer today, it's been a rocket. And I mean, I can't thank these guys for running me clean enough tile, give me all the room I needed. I got to say thanks to my sponsors, mostly Lucas Oil, my dad, my brother that paints this thing, my girlfriend that supports this 100%. I got to thank my kids for putting up with my son right there, second grandstand. I can't just thank my family enough for sticking behind us. I thank the Mayberries for putting on the show and all the fans coming up.
All right, a lot of round of applause. The end of cover today, Billy Childs Jr., the Street Stock and Wildcat Open Competition winner.
Welcome to LST Landscaping, where we've been providing complete landscape solutions to all of southern Maine since 1969. We specialize in year-round landscape maintenance and snow services, including weekly lawn mowing, seasonal cleanups, sweeping, mulching, and so much more. Many more customizable services are available upon request. Please call our office today at 207-878-1578 or visit our website, lstlandscapinginc.com.
Ignition won't turn? Wait, don't tow it. It may just be a one key. Hi, I'm Jim Broadhurst, owner of eKeys for Cars of Saco. At eKeys for Cars, we'll diagnose your problem over the phone and give you a firm quote. No bait and switch here. Whenever or wherever you're stuck, eKeys for Cars will come to you. Call eKeys for Cars in Saco, the fast, affordable fix for your car key and lock needs.
Hi, I'm Johnny Wolf. Here at 21st Century Motors, we've been in business since 1972 and we take pride in our work. We have a large selection of pre-owned vehicles that are clean and ready. I personally drive and state inspect every vehicle we sell. We're experts at getting your car financed, whether you have good, bad, or no credit. We purchase vehicles several times a week, so there's always plenty to choose from. Come on in and make a deal today at 21st Century Motors in Gorham or online at 21stcenturymaine.com.
Mainely Motorsports, brought to you by
Four Seasons Synthetic. See them for all your AMSOIL product needs.
Man, you've been trying a long time to do this.
A real long time. And it's so hard to win these fast races. The competition is so tough. This is the first race I've ever won at these races. We've been trying for 2 years, amongst many other times, but really put in an effort the last 2 years to win down here. We haven't been able to do it, so it just puts the icing on the cake. The last race of the year, fast race. I mean, the competition is unreal.
And of course, you have accomplished what very few races have done. You've won at every asphalt track in the state of Maine that opened during your career now.
That was my goal. We really never gave it a thought until we won on the Roxbury a couple times, and then we thought, it'd be kind of neat to do that. So that's what we've been concentrating on, but it's a tough deal.
And of course, your team here for a long, long time. Lots of family involvement. You guys have been together a long time.
Yeah, I got to thank my son and Jimmy Brown, Jesse Smith, Jimmy Brown, Lee, Grimace, all the guys that Andy's been going on tires, helping us for a time. This is an unreal crew. This is probably the best crew I've ever had for 12 years of the racing, which has been
very many. And of course, UncleHenrys.com, they've been with you a long, long time.
They've been wanting to be 25 years, so it feels kind of good to be able to give them a race win, especially at the past race here. I really want to thank them for being a sponsor for all these years. Button Ray's Auto Body Shop, Stick and Custom Line Graphics, and I want to thank Distance Racing Products as well, because they've always been giving more for everything. So, great day for Distance Racing.
Yeah, I say it's a great day for Distance Racing as well. Right up there battling the boss for the lead a couple of times.
Yeah. Talk about intimidation.
All right. Hey, how about a big round of applause? Gary Smith's on top today in the Pro All-Star Series.
We're here in Victory Lane with Gary Smith, who has now captured a feature win at every track in the entire state of Maine. That's pretty special in itself.
It really is. You know, I didn't think it was going to happen, especially this year, because we went all year long and got a couple seconds here weekly, and just didn't get it done. So we said, well, we'll go to the pass race and see how we do. You know, and to win my first race at Beach Ridge in a pass race is just unbelievable. It's hard to imagine.
Unheard of.
Yes.
And but when you say win it, you didn't win it. You dominated it. That was a dominating performance that you and your team put forth here today at Beach Ridge.
Well, I really got to thank the crew, especially Jesse, because he never give up. We practiced on not the best tires in the world, but we got the car neutral, but we were like 20th on speed charts and 28th, I think, in one practice. And I was thinking, what are we going to do to make this car a little bit faster? And by doing that on the tires, we get the car really neutral on the older tires, and when we bolted on the new rubber, it was lights out. I knew the minute we went out there, we were third fastest in the last practice. We finished second in the heat race, and then were able to get the lead early in the race and more or less walk away.
Yeah, but the best were there. Reed was coming. Jeff had his shot. Garrett Hall, Curtis Gary. Wasn't like it was a cakewalk. They were there, but even after those restarts, and talk about with 10 to go, you caught a gaggle of lap cars. Kelly Moore, Mike Rowe, they're all still racing, and sometimes when they try to get out of your way, they're actually doing you more disfavor because they're not in control of their race cars. I mean, at that point, were you a little bit nervous?
I really wasn't, because I had a little bit of a cushion between me and the guys that were racing for position, but when I got to them, every one of them were more than polite. I mean, they moved over, gave me a lane, inside or outside. It didn't matter. They gave me a lane and let me by. So I mean, I got to thank all those guys, because I've been there a lot of times. I know when a leader comes, that you got to give them that respect, and these guys did for me.
No, that's great, and I don't think we could have found a more popular winner here today at Beach Ridge. When you cross the checkered line, the finish line, everybody in the crowd, some people like myself know what it means, what you've been trying to do. Bud and Ray's been with you forever. Uncle Henry's been with you forever. Big day for you and your entire crew and the entire family here at Beach Ridge. So congratulations on your second ever Pro All-Star Series win. But this one's real big because it checked it off the bucket list, Beach Ridge.
It does. Sounds nice, don't it?
Does sound nice. Gary Smith, the winner here today at Beach Ridge, the Pass 150.
Servicing differentials is virtually impossible. The confined space makes fill holes difficult to reach, and industry-standard conical bottles are rigid and hard to squeeze. That combination makes for a messy job. Plus, you can't get all of the gear lube out of the bottle, so you have to buy more than you need to complete the job. And engineering your own solution only results in disaster. Not anymore. Introducing the new AMSOIL Easy Pack. Easily access hard-to-service differentials. Easily squeeze out all of the contents. And easily stay clean while you do it. No more leftover fluid or inconvenient rigid bottles. No more trouble reaching difficult fill holes. No more mess. AMSOIL Severe Gear in the new Easy Pack. The solution to all your problems.
Another first from AMSOIL. For a stocking dealer nearest you, call toll-free 877-761-8375 or visit fourseasonsynthetic.com.
Hi, I'm Andy Austin with exciting news about a new division of Beach Ridge Motor Speedway designed to bring new people to weekly racing. Here's series founder Dan Wolf.
Thanks, Andy. Our goal was to create cheap, easy-to-build race cars. Bone stock production cars with a simple 4-point roll cage and proper safety equipment.
We've named them the 21st Century Motors Street Devils. Our 2017 rulebook and schedule are available at beachridge.com and at Street Devils Racing on Facebook.
The future of auto racing has always been streetcar divisions because of the low cost.
Some folks are building cars and sharing the driving duties. There's even an all-star car to allow celebrities to try out the Street Devil and a 2-seat driver's ed car so you can take a few laps.
Get information about our mentor program, low-cost safety equipment, roll cage kits, and videos on how to build one at Street Devils Racing on Facebook.
So, form a team, build a car, and come join us this summer as we kick off the 21st Century Motors Street Devil Division at Beech Ridge Motor Speedway.
Looking for a great time, great people, and great food? Then visit New England's #1 biker destination, Bentley Saloon, owned by legendary super-modified driver Bentley Warren. Bentley's is a biker bar that welcomes everyone. Staying in the area, Bentley's has their own full-service campground right on site. Tuesdays, Bentley's Cruise Night attracts car enthusiasts from all over New England. Located on Route 1 in Arundel, Bentley Saloon guarantees a great time. Check out the fun at BentleySaloon.com and see why Bentley says, who has more fun than us?
Well, welcome back to this week's edition of Mainly Motorsports, and as we wrap up another week of Mainly Motorsports and we close the 7-year season of Beech Ridge Motor Speedway. What a great day of racing we saw in all 4 divisions. We saw winners that haven't won here in years. We saw guys that have had a tough month with loss of their family members and crew member family members end up in victory lane. We saw domination. And then we end up seeing a guy that has set out 2 years ago to win a race at Beech Ridge, has won on every track in the entire state. Spud, Wiscasset, 95 Unity, Wiscasset, Oxford, I said Wiscasset. The only thing missing was Beech Ridge. He came down here 2 years ago to race weekly to try to check that off the bucket list. Never in a million years did him or anybody else think that when he finally won Beech Ridge, it would be a Pro All-Star Series event. And he did it today. Gary Smith, what a great job. Show of domination, and I don't think you could have seen a more popular win from the drivers, the fans, the other crew members, all of them. Everybody's so happy for the Uncle Henry's, Bud and Ray's, number 75. And once again, another great year was had by all at Beech Ridge Motor Speedway. Congratulations to all champions, all the race winners, and really looking forward to the off-season over here. I know they always participate at our shows. Really appreciate that, what Andy and his staff do. Obviously Dan Walker gives us a little insight. But I hope you guys all enjoyed this week's episode of Mainly Motorsports.
Taking your time.